infotainment screen and driver's display show an array of warnings and information such as PHEV screens, vehicle settings, and trip information. This video will take you through some of the key PHEV items displayed on these screens. Instead of a traditional tachometer, the Eclipse Cross PHEV has an energy use indicator. This shows the electric motor output during EV drive, as well as the petrol engine output and regenerative charging. The EV zone shows the electric motor output during EV drive. As the electric motor output increases, the needle will move upward, and if it reaches near the very top, the petrol engine may start. When the needle is in the horizontal position, the engine is stopped, or there is no electric motor output or regenerative braking charge. The charge zone indicates the charging power generated by the regenerative brake. The more the needle moves downwards, the more electrical energy is regenerated. Lastly, up the top is the engine output zone. It indicates the petrol engine output. The needle will move over to this section whenever the petrol engine is activated. The drive battery level indicator shows the current charge level of the drive battery with the traditional fuel remaining display on the right. By pressing the multi-information switch located to the right of the steering wheel, the driver can cycle through the various different display screens, including the total driving range display, EV driving ratio, and the energy flow display. The EV range and total driving range display shows the estimated distance that can be travelled with the remaining power in the drive battery and fuel. The EV range is calculated from the following information: current remaining power in the drive battery, historical electric power consumption rates, operation status of the air conditioner and when it is operating, instances of high electricity consumption. Treat the distance displayed as just a rough guideline, as it may vary depending on your driving conditions and your personal driving habits. Actual EV range is going to be influenced by many factors, including your driving style, atmospheric conditions, road conditions, and vehicle use. The EV range display does not know where and what conditions you'll be driving in. It is just making an estimation on current and historical information. The total range display shows an estimation of the driving distance that can be travelled with the remaining power in the drive battery and the remaining amount of fuel. The energy flow screen shows the movement of energy in the PHEV system between the petrol engine, drive battery, and the wheels. You can see what is powering the wheels, as well as when the petrol engine and regenerative braking is charging the battery. The EV driving ratio screen describes the time travelled with electric power and the time travelled with both electrical and petrol power. When the drive battery is fully charged, the EV driving ratio is set to 100%. The infotainment screen not only provides audio, it holds a wealth of information about the PHEV system in the PHEV and info menu screen. Much like in the driver's display, the energy flow screen shows a detailed breakdown of the energy movement within the PHEV system, as well as the EV range and total range. There is also a trip screen, so you can check the EV driving, EV average, and fuel average. A history information screen that gives a detailed breakdown of fuel consumption, electricity consumption, and power over time, and a charge amount screen. This allows you to see the short-term and long-term amount of charging over time. Lastly, there are also two features accessible in the PHEV and info menu: the charging timer and the remote climate control timer. These can also be accessed via the smartphone app. The charging timer allows you to set specific times of the day in which the system will accept charging, like taking advantage of low overnight electricity rates from your power company. The remote climate control timer allows you to set times for the climate control to preheat, pre-cool, or demist the vehicle before you enter it. The idea being that you could set the vehicle to do this while it is on a charger, say in the morning before you head off for work, meaning you can have more charge in the drive battery for when you are actually driving. This has been a quick overview of some of the key PHEV screens. For more information, check out your owner's manual or the PHEV quick guide.